Hi, thanks for joining me. I am going to do a reading for Pisces today. I will start with clarifying life situations and see what comes out, and then just kind of, go from there. I'm just going to let the cards do the talking. I don't really have a plan. Thank you, Spirit. What would you like to share with the sign of Pisces? What messages do you... What messages do you have for the sign of Pisces? What messages? All right. What messages do you have for the sign of Pisces? Strongest messages. Quite talkative today. Okay. There's a lot coming out, so okay. That's a lot. Okay. We're going to stop there just because it's already quite a bit. Okay. So, this is what the Clarifying Life Situations had to say. Steady progress is the first card. Patience is your ally. Celebrate each step forward, no matter the size. Okay. So, be grateful, I guess, for any progress, or celebrate the small victories. Celebrate the small victories. That's the message. Stand strong. Okay, with... Oh, I can't even read this. Yeah, look at, you can like literally, okay. Find strength in preservation, guarding what matters most. Oh my God. That artwork is terrible. You can't hardly even see what the words say. Okay, sorry. Fully immersed. Everything you want is all around you, just waiting for you to see it. Interesting. And then we have carried away. Let yourself be caught up in the moment, caught up in the whirlwind of a romantic moment. Okay. So let yourself be swept away by the passion of the moment, maybe. Maybe it's saying, I feel like it's saying also to be present and just enjoy what's happening now, and don't let yourself get too caught up in like what's going to happen tomorrow or the future or whatever. Like, don't think too much. Like, just feel, maybe get into your body more instead of, Okay, Harbor of Peace is the last card. Find serene refuge in the peaceful embrace of a gentle harbor, allowing tranquility to still your waters. Okay, so stay grounded, celebrate small victories, realize that you create your own reality. Everything that you want is all around you. If you want love, it's all around you. You just have to open your eyes and see it. Sage advice. Okay, I'm going to do Moonology now, and then we will get into some tarot. Okay, what do you have to share for the sign of Pisces, please? What would you like to share? Ooh, nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, anything is possible, Pisces. If you can dream of or think of the worst case scenario, why can't you think of the best case scenario also? What would you like to share with Pisces? What would you like to share? Ooh, two things came out. New moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. Pisces, you shouldn't have a problem with that. Yeah, watery lover. And then full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. I don't know what that is about. It could be romance. It could be something else. Anything else you'd like to share? Anything else? Any other messages for Pisces? And then on the bottom of the deck we have, ooh, you're very close to achieving your goal. Okay, Pisces. You are making some moves. Looks like. Okay. I'm going to do the Mind's Eye Tarot and see what comes out for us. If love comes out, it comes out. If not, I'm not going to ask specifically. I'm going to keep it real general here. what is your highest advice for the sign of Pisces? What would you like to share with Pisces, please? Thank you. What would you like to share with the sign of Pisces? What would you like to share with the sign of Pisces? Okay. What would you like to share with the sign of Pisces? What would you like to share with the sign of Pisces, please? Man, a lot of major arcana are coming out here. Big changes, Pisces. What would you like to share with the sign of Pisces? Okay. All right, so let's break this down. We've got the King of Swords. So that could be your energy right now. I mean, it's air energy, so it's doubtful that it's you. But it also could be somebody that you are connecting with. It might be an air sign, so Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. It could just be telling me that you need to seek some clarity in your life. We also have the Hierophant, so you could be dealing with a Taurus, or you could be starting off on a spiritual journey. You could be connecting with someone, possibly for a higher commitment. But I don't really see any cups here. I see 4 of cups, which is unsatisfied, but we'll get to that. So this could be you, like embarking on a more spiritual journey, or just focusing on, your spiritual growth. Maybe that's why the King of Swords came out, because you're in more of your mental and spiritual energy right now. And then we have the World. So that's telling me that a cycle is ending, and something else is beginning for you. So maybe you are stepping into like a higher version of yourself. And then right next to the World, we have the Fool, which is another card of embarking on a journey of, a new beginning. And not just a new beginning, but like you are full force going toward, without really thinking too hard about it, full force going toward this new beginning. You're like taking a leap of faith right now. So something has ended for you, something has closed out, and something else is starting now. So the last card that came out was the 4 of Cups, which is sometimes about unrequited love. It's about feeling unfulfilled and unsatisfied. You can see the person's expression very clearly here, but they're not even looking. Like they're getting a cup offered to them here, and they're not even acknowledging it. So I feel like maybe that's telling me at this time, you are more focused on yourself. You're more focused on like self-improvement. Like I said, a spiritual journey. You are listening to your higher self. You are not as focused on the material. You're not as focused on maybe relationships. Maybe that's why you're in this energy. Like I'm just going to, work on improving myself right now. I'm not interested in your cup. I'm not interested in a romantic relationship at the moment. Maybe some of you are, but I'm not saying, this message is for everybody. So just take what resonates for you and then leave the rest behind. I don't know why my nose is so itchy, so I apologize. I don't know if that means something. Okay. All right. So let's do a little clarifying here. Why is the King of Swords here? Why is the King of Swords here? 3 of Swords. Okay. So maybe this is why you're taking a little time out. Maybe something hurt you, somebody hurt you, and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to focus more on me. I'm going to not lean into my emotions right now. I'm going to be more mentally focused. More logical thinking. What else? Why the King of Swords here? 2 of Wands. Okay. So that could be you at a crossroads, you making a decision, and maybe what the decision that you have made, or maybe you have recently made, was to walk away from someone, walk away from something that was not fulfilling you. You know, this is you being not fulfilled. So you have chosen a different path for yourself, okay, after possibly a heartbreak or a disappointment. Okay. What else would we like to clarify here? Okay, so I'm interested in the journey because I've got 2 cards here that kind of speak to you starting something new, you taking a leap of faith. So can you tell me more about this journey, this maybe spiritual journey that Pisces is about to undergo? What can you tell me? Ooh, so we've got the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is a passionate, fiery energy. She definitely knows what she wants. She is confident. She's self-assured. She doesn't question herself. That could be you going after your passions right there. That could be you embodying that energy of, this is what I want to go for now. Okay, so what else can you tell me about the journey? Oh, wow, this is perfect. 10 of Cups. So whatever, and this is, you know, obviously there's 2 people here. They're embracing, they're happy. 10 of Cups is about emotions, but literally this is the only emotion-based card that's come out. Well, 3 of Swords, but anyways, it's swords, it's not cups. So what I'll say is, it looks like you kind of leaning into this new beginning, you leaning into your passions, pursuing your passions, and being passionate about what makes you happy. In the pursuit of that, you're somehow going to end up here. I don't know. It's not for me to know. But along the way, you're going to somehow get to the point where you're in a happy, committed partnership with somebody. You're going to be, hello Bjorn, you're going to be fulfilled, you're going to be happy, you're going to be, like, this is a fairy tale ending for you here. So putting whatever that was aside, whatever it was that hurt you, that disappointed you, that left you unfulfilled, and completely starting over, that is going to lead you to your ultimate happiness. Anything else you'd like to share about the new journey? Oh, 6 of Cups. Okay. So this is a card of nostalgia. This is a card of, you know, it could be just like you returning to yourself, or you going back to, you know, kind of interests that you used to have. It could also be that you are missing someone or missing something. So you may have moments of missing whatever that was or whoever that was from the past. But ultimately, I feel like spiritually, it's going to be better for you if you leave the past in the past. Okay. All right. What else would we like to... Let's see. What is this disappointment over here? I'm going to see why the 4 of Cups is here. Why is the 4 of Cups here? Excuse me. It fell on the floor. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. So you were disappointed because maybe you put a lot of effort into something. Maybe you put a lot of effort into a relationship, a connection. And I mean, this is a card of effort, of working on something. And maybe you just didn't see the return. Maybe that's why you know, we're in the feeling of the 3 of Swords, of the heartbreak, is you tried, you put effort in, and you didn't get effort back. And again, if it doesn't resonate with you, then it just means this is not your message. Okay. Why is the 4 of Cups here? Why the 4 of Cups? Page of Wands. So you could have been dealing with someone who was a little younger than you, or let's see. We've also got the Death card. So that's a card of endings, of course, also of transition. So the disappointment, I feel like, was that you were dealing with someone who did not show up for you, basically, did not reciprocate the amount of effort that you were showing them. And so it ended like that. I feel like maybe that person was immature. That doesn't mean necessarily they were younger than you. Maybe just the maturity, the emotional maturity level was not there. And that is kind of what the problem ended up being. Okay, so I'm going to try something else. Let's see. I'm going to try a different deck and get some final messages for us here. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. What can Pisces do to obtain more blessings? What can Pisces do? What actions can Pisces take to obtain more blessings? Two of Swords. So that's you trying to decide, trying to make a decision, weighing your options. She's got a blindfold on. So basically what she's trying to do is, in my mind, she's trying to cut out all other things. She's trying to focus on what's going to be best for her. Well, I say her because it's a lady in the card, but don't get too hung up on genders. So this person is, well, they have a decision to make, and they're balancing out basically the pros and cons of each decision. So I guess what I'm getting from that is just to be careful, to not be impulsive about your decision making, because what you decide now is really going to determine where you end up as far as, you know, your happiness and your journey. So just don't be too impulsive, I think, is the message with your decision making. Weigh out your options and make an informed, more logical decision. What else can Pisces do to obtain more blessings? Let's see. Queen of Cups. So this is kind of the opposite of what I just said. So yes, make a balanced decision. This is being open to new opportunities. It's being open to new love. Keeping yourself open to possibilities of what can happen. So yes, make good decisions. But I think what it's saying maybe is find a good balance between your logic and your heart. Like, don't just make decisions using logic. Also be open with your heart and remain open. If what you want to attract is love or a relationship, you need to not close yourself off, because I feel like this is almost a closed off energy, but then this is the opposite. So I think maybe with the two of these together, it's saying you need to find a good balance between the two when deciding what's best for yourself. What else can Pisces do? Okay. Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is you being trapped in your own thoughts, you being basically immobilized by your anxiety. So I think the lesson with that is don't let your anxiety take over. Don't let your fear of a potential outcome. You don't know what's going to happen, you know, but don't worry about it to the point where don't worry about the future to the point where you just take no action at all. Don't restrain yourself. Don't restrict yourself. Be open to new opportunities with your heart. Make good, well thought out decisions, and do not let anxiety rule you. Do not make your decisions from a place of fear and anxiety. I think that's what it is. Do not respond to situations from a place of fear and anxiety, a feeling of lack, whatever. Just don't let your fear of the unknown take over. I think that's the guiding message here. Okay, what about one more? Seven of Swords. A lot of sword energies coming out here. Okay, so this is sometimes about deceit, but it can also be about strategy and about planning. So, you know, again, I think that's telling me don't be impulsive. Have a plan when deciding what's best for yourself. Don't just, because we do have, you know, the Fool, which is about, like I said earlier, taking a leap of faith. But maybe with these other cards that are coming out, yes, you are going to be going on a journey. Yes, you are going to be starting something new, embarking on something new and exciting that will be potentially life-changing and might lead you to ultimate happiness. But don't let anxiety rule you, and have a plan, have a strategy for how you want to move, for how you show up. And then also, too, I know we've got a lot of sword energy, so you're really trapped in your thoughts. It seems like whoever's watching this, you might even be trapped to the point of, like I said earlier, of not moving. You've immobilized yourself potentially. But you need to also remember to be open to things. Don't be closed off. Be open to new people and new opportunities with your heart. You need to try and remember to be in that energy of receiving. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to do one last thing for those of you who are maybe thinking about love specifically, because I don't know that this message is, I think this is more of like a higher level message. I don't think it necessarily has to do with romance. Obviously we had the 10 of Cups, but that's ultimate happiness. So whatever your ultimate happiness is. But I am going to do, for difficult energies, the Burning Love Oracles. So this is for someone you might be thinking about romantically that maybe you're not speaking to now. These are messages from their higher self. So what would you like to share with Pisces about the person that they are no longer speaking to? You deserve better than them, Pisces. What else would you like to share? Oh, I knew you were the one when I met you. So that could be a message for somebody. That's what someone's person is thinking. What else would you like to share with Pisces? I should have fought for you, but you didn't. What else would you like to share with Pisces? Ooh, okay, you got all kind of cards. I want to make you happy. I miss your smile. I need to tell you the truth. Okay. So for some of you, it seems like there's a person who is feeling a little bit of regret. Yeah. Well, you made your choice. Anything else you'd like to share with Pisces? Messages from their person. Oh, okay. I want a future with you. Okay, Pisces, you may or may not. I'm going to ask real quick. I'm going to ask something real quick just to see. For those Pisceans who are thinking about a person that they may not be speaking to, a person that clearly is regretful of their actions, will this person return? Will this person from the past return to Pisces? 7 of Cups. Okay, so that tells me that this person has some options. They're thinking about their options. So they haven't really made a decision yet. Will this person return? The Hangman. Again, they're stuck. They're not making a decision. Okay. I think that's my answer. I'm not going to... Whoever this person is, they may be feeling regret. It doesn't, but regret does not necessarily mean they're coming back. It does not necessarily mean they feel regret to the point of some kind of action. Clearly, they're not taking an action. But inaction is also a choice. Inaction is also an action. So who cares what they're thinking, or feeling if they're not willing to put forth some effort to make real change. Anyway, I hope any of that message was helpful. Thank you if you made it this far, thank you for watching the entire video. And I hope to see you again. Have a lovely rest of your day.